Alright, so we are going to be live, so hopefully this works out. I'm also going to turn down my music. Oh, well, that was maybe a little bit too much. Yeah, so this is going to be kind of fun, I think. So, like I said, if you haven't read the description, I'm currently working on my 10-year piece. I'm not having it commissioned for me or anything like that. I wanted to do it for myself. I've been getting back into art. I'm rocking on my new Huion Canvas 22, which I just bought not too long ago, and I'm loving it. So this is what progress I've got so far. If you're not familiar with what I do, well, that was not what I meant to hit. I meant to actually hit pause on that music video so I can actually talk for a minute here. So if you're not familiar with what I do, I've been doing comic books since I was in 3rd grade. So a lot of these characters have come from my comic books. Some of them come from commissions. Some of them are portraits of friends that I did. Some of these were old YouTube pictures back in the day. There'll probably be more that'll be put in this because I've still got open spaces like here and here and here. I've got one up here I'm probably going to end up using. I got some space back in here. So, you know, this kind of just, it's meant to be my big mural of artwork. And it's, like I said, it's going to be my 10-year anniversary of doing some of this art. So I guess just, you know, kind of like the main idea here is, you know, here's, you know, my main character, my main OC, who used to be known as Robbie Ryder. He got changed over to Daniel Claw a couple of years back. You know, and here's another version of him. So, you know, I kind of had him, you know, in the kind of the pose of, you know, like he's thinking or, you know, he's dreaming out what, you know, all of these characters. You know, and there was my Fallout New Vegas phase whenever I was doing that on YouTube still. This is the main villain of my comic books in the newer version of the comics. Whenever he was younger before he turned evil. So, he is, I still have him here. And then the actual big bad villain that I developed, which this really isn't a very good interpretation of him, but it's kind of just a rough sketch. And then him and his final armor is kind of here in the back. I didn't really feel like it was too big of a thing because his armor is always changing anyways. And then, of course, Captain Fire here on the back right. You know, he's one of my main flagship characters. I've got Teravoss that'll be going in here, hopefully today. This is for one of my best friends in the world, B. I've known her for over 10 years, so she's seen me develop a lot of this art. And this is going to be her character here. This was originally a picture for someone else. However, whenever I was, you know, still talking to that person, I was doing this picture for them. I haven't talked to them in years, though. So I figured I would take this picture, which I always loved, and I would turn it into the new, into B's new picture. So this one will have red and black hair like her original character did. Of course, and I have my new one for Kazumi. And then, of course, we have Emily over here with the old headset on with the YouTube logo on it. And then, of course, we got May up here. I was never into Overwatch, but this was a commission piece for one of my other friends, which it never got past the sketch phase. I wish it did. It was, you know, a really good picture. And, of course, you know, I can't forget my My Little Pony days. So here was the original interpretation of Daniel Claw with his claw cutie mark there. And then, of course, we have one of my old friends, Xanthor, who used to be on some of my old videos before I hid all of my old videos. He used to go by Pinkie Pie, so it's why he has Pinkie Pie's logo from My Little Pony. Once again, this is a lot of this, just it brings back memories, and it's actually pretty nice to go back and see a lot of this stuff, especially, you know, like all in one place. So I'm trying to, you know, update everything as I go as well. So I just put in Teravoss, the actual sketch I did for my friend whenever I was sketching it originally. So this is back in like early 2013, this sketch here. So it does hold a very, important place in my heart, per se. I'm trying to get this moved up because it has nothing on it, and I kind of want it up at the top. So I've been working right to left. Now, mind you, this is like just the rough sketch. Like, this is, I wanted to get everything kind of sketched up prior to doing anything special. So that's pretty much what's going on right now. Oh man, it feels very nice to be back here, especially doing this on YouTube as well now. So hopefully we have a lovely stream. All right, we're going to go ahead and I think I'm going to go down here to Young Valtor. I kind of want to work on him a little bit before I get on to Teravos. Now, whenever I made this character, I named him Valtor, and then I found out about this show called Winx Club, and their main villain was named Valtor. I still to this day have not been able to quit laughing at their villain. Needless to say, I've never been able to figure out another name for my main villain anyway, because I want him to have the pseudonym for V. So I wanted him to be something V. And this was just the easiest way to do it. So I'm trying to think about where his body is, because that kind of goes up there. Then there's the knee joint there. That leg would be somewhere back in here. That's fine. Even though technically he's not supposed to have legs, I'm just putting this in because I kind of want to make sure I have some kind of, something back in here other than just, air. Because, you can very clearly see him walking right now. So we'll go ahead and just push that in. That is now in place. There we go. That should be good enough for what, he's kind of supposed to be more spectral than anything. So, he's supposed to have like a really kind of more spooky-ish vibe than what most others would. Because he's supposed to be... It's kind of hard because this character came at a time where I was getting burnt out on doing my comic book run, and which for the life of me, it still has never been finished to this day, mind you. But most of the story I did actually have down in one place or another. But yeah, I never was able to figure out his full backstory, other than he was supposed to be kind of like the big bad villain that got into young Valtor's ear before he actually changed his name to Valtor, and it was kind of like he got passed down the mantle, and that was what the original concept was. So it sparked a lot of different things, because it was at a time where I was dealing with much bigger topics, and trying to figure out how to write them than what I'm actually doing now. And now I hardly do any artwork anymore. To be specific, I've only done 4 pieces in the last 6 years. So this will be the 5th one, like where I've actually finished it. I've done a lot of different sketches and stuff, but finishing them, this is really the only one. Or, I've only finished 4, I should say. So now we're going to go up here to paint layer 6, which is the Teravos layer. So I know I want to keep his chest plate kind of the same, same-ish way. So to do that, because he's got this big fur kind of back on him, and I like it, but I also don't like it. I need to pop up the sketch layer. Oh yeah, that's right. We'll call this one the sketch layer then. So he's gonna have, his head is in this armor shell. I also have to decide if I actually want to put him with the visor on or off, because I have sketches from this time period of both. But I like doing more armor, because that was something that I did for a long time, was just basically only drawing armor. And it wasn't until recently I really got into drawing actual bodies and stuff. So we're gonna kind of just rough sketch him a body here. So I kind of want his chest to be maybe there, because there's his coming down into his collarbone. I still, to the life of me, do not know all the names for everything, so bear with me, because I've got a lot of different things, that I've named just in my head than what they actually are. Okay, so there's that. So then that's going to come down right about there, and we'll put that up. Then he's going to have his shoulder comes into there somewhere. Of course, you got the collarbone. That one I do know. We've got some armor that's going to be coming down through here. Of course, he's got his elbow, so we're going to have a little nook cut out of the lower, bicep armor. And then we'll put that in there just to kind of give him a little nubbins of what it could be. So then we'll come down here with his kind of more midriffy area for all of the abdomen armor and everything, and just kind of figure that out as I go. It's really, once you kind of learn how people move, armor is really not that hard to do per se. It takes time to kind of figure out how people move and what's realistic and what's not, but that's pretty much about it. So we'll go ahead and do that, and that'll be his little the little dot that he had right here. So yeah, and of course we'll do his giant T, because his name is Teravos, which, funny enough, this was not one of my character designs. So this was another concept art that was that I did for somebody, and I ended up requesting the permissions to use him in my comic book series, because I put so much time into him, and I was like, well, what, his armor kind of fits, so maybe I can incorporate him into my grandiose design for a comic book series. Which at some point I promise I will release at least the first couple of pages to. It's just going to take me a little while to get to a point where I can do that. It's been, like I said, it's been a long time since I've actually done anything, especially with the comic book. It's kind of in a sad state right now. I think the last time I tried to do it was back in maybe 2012, 2013. So it's going to be refreshed by itself at some point here. Alright. And let's take off this one. Alright. I can get behind that. Oh, am I on the right paint layer? Yeah. Okay. So we're going to do a little joint there, because that'll make sure that I can actually do his armor correctly. We're also going to do a joint here, because his chest panels are going to be separate from his body, along with the incorporated strap, which go right about there, I'd say, because he's going to have connectors in here. This would be able to hold it up on his shoulders, and then we'll do the, because I have a lot of freedom with this, because it is, as old as it is, I can actually upgrade this if I really wanted to. I kind of want to. Then he had some kind of a ventilation unit down here, kind of like what I have with my character cybernetic arm. So we'll go ahead and incorporate that real quick. It's mainly supposed to be a sketch layer, but it might end up becoming more than that here pretty soon. I've gotten kind of used to doing this little kind of like lower throat guard type dealio. It's like it adds a little bit more armor than what they would have normally. So I'll do that. Now, his character specifically has something that not a lot of my characters do. No, that's the wrong layer. Which layer is it? This one. Which I wish I could pull this picture up in better detail, but he has these. It's kind of like leather working, where like it's kind of like checkerboarded like this in his armor. So he has all these little pads and panels here, and that's because I was looking at chainmail and stuff, and I was trying to find an easier way to do it. And I like the sewn together leather panel look. So that's what I ended up doing for his armor. And as nice as that is, it is so time consuming. Because you're then having to figure out every single little panel. And, for like a one-off page, like if you're just showing him like in a, like Ultimate Armor or something where it's not going to be something that's used consistently, it's not that big of a deal. But if you're trying to draw a comic book, I found out very quickly you need to be able to redraw the same character at the same detail level over and over and over and over. And the more intricate you get with the detail and the design, harder it gets to reproduce some images. So I had to learn very quickly that there was just some things I could not do for my comic book. That's definitely the wrong layer. That's the other character that was gonna go here before I decided to change it, because I had all the girls in one page and I kind of wanted to do some other sketches in here. So we'll go ahead and put in his upper crest. I think it was this one. Yeah. Okay, and then he had it where it came up like by his teeth, where his jawbone would be connected, and then kind of go over this way here. That's right. I remember now. Kind of remember how I did this. Not that one. That one. And then it kind of came back over like that. Kind of like an Iron Man helmet, but a little bit less detailed. I'm actually going to do this. Might give it more of an Iron Man look, but that's, kind of fine. Let's go ahead and do that. Now, his helmet has a different design of the T because it's the dual visor look. So I actually have to figure out how to do the dual visor on this now. So he has the dual visor where it comes down like that. So we'll do that maybe. Which, in all logical sense, this would not be a kind of armor that you would actually want to wear. Just for that, you wouldn't be able to see like right around the bridge of your nose. But maybe I could be wrong. Maybe this would be an armor someone would wear. Knights were, if you can't figure out, I like armor. Knights were kind of a big thing in my childhood. Before video games took over everything. So I do have good fond memories of doing some stuff like that. Go ahead and just draw that up. So it's gonna come up like that. That's good there. Might do that, and then have the helmet actually come up like that, so it wraps around. There we go. And then this is supposed to be kind of like a ventilation type dealio on the top of his helmet, or something like that. And then we'll draw the circle right there in the middle. That's not the Hindi logo, but I don't really know the full story of why he had his character have that dot. I just know that that's something that his characters always had. So, there's that. Okay, that's done. I think I'm going to give him just maybe like a little bit of a thicker jaw there. And then maybe we'll do that. Because this is going to have its own little panel here, which we're going to do a little connection joint right here, kind of as the jaw for him. And then we will draw vents. You know, maybe we could do a hex pattern in here, because it wouldn't be too bad, I don't think. Doing like more of a hex kind of dealio. That's just doing that. Like that. Something like that. Yeah, actually, that might work. Yeah, I can do that. And then we'll do that there. And then we have his helmet come. So we'll have it come down a couple of drops, and then there we go. So then we'll do the kind of more wrapping around patchwork kind of look. Because he wanted it to be more of a light armor. Like my character, he's clad in, you know, full steel or whatever composite metal it was at the time I made the comic book. But you know, there's, you know, the main issue with, you know, doing metal is it's heavier, so your character would move around a lot more stiffly, and he wanted his character to be more agile. Which why we decided to give him a giant fur coat practically. I have no idea for the life of me. But it is what it is. Can't go back, can't change the past. So yeah. And I'm going to give him my kind of like bulked up armor look. Because in my newer versions, like some of my armor, I do have like raised armor panels. And it makes it pop out so much more. Like just that little extra bulk there for his actual armor. It makes a big difference. You know, whenever this gets, you know, all done in artwork and everything, just having that extra, like where it looks like he has extra armor on top of the armor, like an armor plate, does definitely help out. And then of course we have his chest guard here, which will be split down the middle, and that T is a little bit too spread out. The nice thing about doing this digitally is it's not that hard to fix. So all I gotta do is that. Heck, I can even do that. Just like that. And fixed. We'll go back in here. Do that little line. That's done. It'll come down. We'll give him the rest of his armor in here. So this is going to be kind of like the spot right below where your chest meets. There's normally like a panel right there, kind of protecting where the center of your chest should be, at least on some armors. So I've always just kind of interpreted that as, you know, this little tiny like guard, like kind of like that, but upside down and more in a triangle form towards the bottom. Which, you know, I guess if you bent over, it could stab you, but other way, it might not. So go ahead and give him that leather working in here too. That works. It's all it really has to be. It doesn't have to be anything special per se. We'll also give him the look of that vent right there. And let's see what it looks like. Very stylized, but I do like it. And I think I'm going to keep it that way. I don't think I'm going to do the I don't think I'm gonna do the other part now. I don't think I'm gonna do this fur. I think I'm just gonna leave it like how it is. So just another hex pattern right there. Just kind of diversify it up a little bit. And yeah, I think I like that. That definitely looks a lot nicer to me. I honestly I need to go back to scouring just some of my old artwork. I kind of want to see if how much I can actually fit into this piece, and I'll show you my creative process. I'm not going to show you the photo drives because I've got all sorts of stuff in there, and some of it I don't want to be publicly known what's all in there. So we're just going to leave it at that. There's another version of him. So I've got so many versions of Teravos because he was the guardian of Sanctuary whenever Sanctuary fell in the comics. I realize nothing is happening on screen for you guys. Yeah, I'm gonna move this over to this screen. That way I can. Oh shoot! Don't dump my drink. That way I can kind of just look at it, and it'll just give me a minute here to kind of think. So I've got space over here. I got space back here. I don't know why it didn't click. And I got space there. I might be able to fit something down in there. Maybe. I'm looking mainly for stuff that had an impact on my life. Not necessarily stuff that, I just think looks cool and I want to stick in. I want to, find stuff that actually, reminds me of something from my past. The issue is I don't have a lot of records of all of my art. What I do have is not all the art that I know I've done over the years. It's only a small portion because there was a point in time where I just started literally burning all of my old artwork. And I wish I had it, but it's already been done and there's no going back, so we're just going to leave it at that. Good God, what is that face? I'm gonna save that just to send that to my friends. Lord, I just found I think I just found the best face in the world. Artwork. Gotta stay focused, people. Gotta stay focused. A lot of Yuki. I haven't seen her in forever either. No, I already did my version of Captain Fire and them doing that. There's not really any other characters. That's the issue. I haven't done my character art in so long. That's too big. I mean, if I can't find anything else to fit in there, then I can't find anything else to fit in there. It's not really the end of the world. Sad, but it's not, like I said, not the end of the world. It's one of those things that, you can only do so much. Yeah, I'm not doing Gundam. I would love to put Gundam in there, but it'd take up too much space. Again, too big. Don't talk to that person anymore. Don't feel like doing their artwork. Still looking. I'm back up into 2017 now, so it's getting shorter, that list. Definitely getting shorter. This is back after I left NBTK, so a lot of this artwork is going to get a lot more kind of open and more free. There's a lot of things that held me back whenever I was growing up. One of those was I got tired of people always telling me, "Oh, you're drawing pornography." If you're drawing the human anatomy and you're not drawing it for porn, it is not drawing pornography. There's a massive difference, and that always pissed me off. and it stifled me for a lot of years. Now I don't have to really worry about that, so I just kind of like I draw whatever I want to draw. I don't let that hold me back anymore. That mentality that people have, especially towards drawing the human anatomy. There's a lot of things that I could go on for hours about. That's one of them, though. That it, yeah. Not really seeing anything else. Of course, I haven't even got out of 2017 yet, so there has been some art I've done over the years. Wanted. Okay, that's a Wanted poster that I did. Don't remember doing it, but that's a Wanted poster. I think at one point I was doing like an animation too on here. Like, I remember it. I just don't remember where. That was me showing up my friend. I remember that one. Oh God, the family portrait I never finished. Jesus. More art. The little chibi version. That actually might not be a bad idea. Putting the little chibi icon. Yep. Maybe like up here or something. I don't know. Yeah, that might work. We'll be right back picture. Okay. Maybe I have finished a lot more artwork than what I remember. I just remember I didn't do a lot. Yeah, 2018 was a short year for me. There was not a lot that was done that I have like a lot of record of. There's the animation. Okay, so it was in 2018 I did the animation. I can't do an animation on this. This is not meant to be a GIF. Actually, have I done... I don't have enough room for it. Hey, what's up, Tommy? Shoot, man. Oh, okay, that's not the picture I was looking for, but okay then. Okay, yeah, that's only gonna scar me for life. Alright, come on. I've got to have more artwork here. Cannot tell me that there's not more here. I'm gonna end up having to just go with whatever I have. Oh, okay. Hi, Jessica. That's nice, Jessica. Hey, Mom. Oh, man. Come on. Gotta find something that'll fit in that spot, and I don't have anything else. This is, I always hate this part. Man, I wish I could do the poster for the Three Kings. That'd be definitely nice if I could. I need to make sure I put that on my list next to do. It's definitely something I have to add. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to end up finding anything else. So I guess I'm just going to have to go with whatever I've got. I can always look for something later. I'm already back up into last year. And most of the characters that I did last year are all stuff that I've already done. So we'll go ahead and just call it there. That's, okay. Alright, back over to the sketch. Trying to think of what I want to work on. Let's see, which one's that? That's okay. That's May. Let's work on May. Might be a fun one to work on. I really need to get a reference picture for May up. because I don't remember how to draw her for the life of me. She has some kind of pendant in her hair. Ooh, here we go. Okay, so she's got... It's like a orb of hair right here in a bun that she's got this going into here. And then she's got the hair spikes coming up here. Looks like she just has like 3 main ones, it looks like, at least. Let's do that. And then everything else is kind of just curling up under itself, going back around this circle here. Okay, and then she has one big side bang right there. Her ear. And all of her hair is kind of going up back into this area up here, except for that one little side bang there. She's got then 3 swoops, kind of go down over here to her other side, like so. This is becoming very rough sketching. Oh well. And then we'll do that. Yeah, that'll work, because she's got enough hair. So it's going to come up like so. And then yeah, more hair going back here. Don't see her hair tie, but that's fine. Yo, what's up, Daigo? What kind of pendant is in her hair? I never can remember. Oh, it's a snowflake. Okay, yeah, I can do that. I don't know what's in her hair. Oh, it's a snowflake. You know, that kind of makes a little bit of sense, I'd think. Alright, so we'll do that one there. Looks like it's got 2 dots and then it's a snowflake. Alright. I don't know how to do it. It's gonna be the best way to do this. That works. Sure, why not? It'll get the job done. It's not meant to be perfect right now. That'll all come later, whenever I've actually got more stuff going on, or whenever I've got less stuff going on. This is meant just to be more of a placeholder more than anything. Okay, so I actually did miss out that part last time I drew this. So that goes there, and then it's the orb right there. And then, okay, so yeah, she's got some more hair back here. That'll work. Yeah, I'm more struggling just to figure out how to draw this, because it's the last time I drew her on paper, and the paper didn't have a lot of detail that some of the artwork does now for the character. Yeah, that'll work. And then she's got her glasses that I gotta remember to draw. So that comes up. That doesn't seem right that they should go that far over her eyes, but whatever. I'll figure it all out whenever I get to the less rough stage. So I'm gonna move that eyebrow up, I think, to maybe there. That should work. I want to say that's gonna work. And maybe I'll do the... I guess I'll do the tank top. Why not? Tank top will work. So it'll come down there, and then you've got our bosom. And wow, I actually did get her boots right. Except they don't have that. They've got the big, kind of like snow spikes on them. It looks like there's 3 or 4 up in the front, and 2 in the back. Oh well, this is just capturing the whole page. What I'm working on right now is right here. Not really sure how to. Yeah, I don't really know how to do it on Krita right now. I'd have to go through and manage some settings. She's got big panels on the back of her boots, like so. Let's see. Do a couple of loops like that. So she's got. Looks like they're a lot taller in the front though too. So I'll do that. That should give me some more room here. And then yeah, do the boot. And yeah, I'm doing the open parka, so that I don't really have to worry too much about the rest. Other than there's an actual, well, it looks like a boot line right there. And then her pants have kind of a line like this going down. Figure out how to do this. Do that, and then it'll come up here to bend around. Oops, that was a little wide. Just draw that line straight down like so. Alright, and then do that, and then it'll work. I have to. The more I look at the reference photo, the more I'm seeing the stuff I missed out the first time I drew this character. Like for instance, she's got. I like this design more. This one kind of fits more with what I was going for. Even though it's not 100% accurate. Which I think is fine. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. What else do we got? Oh, that's way too ornate. Okay, I can do that. So, and then we're going to have another line coming down from here. Going back up her arm like so. And then it goes all the way down there. And there's that. I guess she has a swirl on her shoulder too, so maybe like I'll wrap this around itself. Kind of do the big tidal swirl or whatever it is. That'll work. Might not be pretty, but rough sketches are never really pretty. At least whenever I do them. Other thing is that she has this backpack on, which really doesn't work with the concept that I did, but I'm gonna decide if I actually want to go through with it or not. Oh, I don't know if I do that or not. Looks like she has a smaller upper lip than what she does bottom lip. So maybe like a little bit of a underbite. That ain't it. Yeah, that's definitely not her mouth. Alright, let me work on this a little bit more. I think I'd be better at drawing mouths by now. Gotta find one where it actually has a good picture for a side profile. I've got notifications going on my phone. Don't know what in the world's going on at this point. Okay, so I was wrong. She doesn't have bimbified lips. She's got the more round on the top, so it's more like that, and then kind of peeks in right there, and then there we go. Much better. Not more of an Asian design than what I'm normally used to. I think her jaw's wrong. Actually, no, her jaw's decent, I guess. Even though, yeah, it is kind of a little out of line there. Just a tad bit of out of alignment. But considering the time period I drew this, I'm not really surprised. Okay, so it's going to come down like that. Curve. Oh, no. Let's go from here, maybe. There's so many things wrong with her face. This is just going to be a placeholder. Yeah, it's just going to be a placeholder at this point. There's a lot of things that are wrong with that face, but that gets the basic idea out of the way. It's too flat. I don't have enough time in the world to go back and just try to redraw this single image. Yeah, it'll hold. It'll hold. It gets the idea done. Emily needs a lot of work done as well. Daniel does too. B does as well. I'm trying to think of which one I want to work. I kind of want to work on this leg. Is this the right one? Yeah. Oh, that's right. I remember now. I think I'm gonna do a bevel here on this leg. Maybe give him like a little line here. Not really meant to show depth, just more kind of just trying to break up the monotony of this. Maybe down like so, and then back over. And then we'll go back up. There we go. Not bad, I guess. More just an idea for now, until I can figure out stuff for the future. That'll work. Then yeah, I'm gonna have this whole chair beveled. I've got a straight line. I'm gonna use that. A couple of dashes across. It should be fun. And maybe one more for good measure. And then do. That'll work. Nope, got more over here. Let's go ahead and just dash a couple lines there. Dash a couple lines there. His curl might get in the way. That's different layer, that's right. Which one is he? No, there he is, that one. Oops. I'm trying to erase a layer, not create more on that layer. Whoops. Alright. This one's rough too. Take that leg back up. That arm's not right. What's wrong with his arm? Maybe it's his bicep that's actually wrong. I don't know, I just know there's something wrong with his arm, and I'm not sure quite what it is just yet. Maybe something like that. I mean, I can always put more longer sleeves on anyways. That's not that hard to do. Which one is it? Her? No, it's different. Which one is it? There she is. Alright, we're going to work on this one now. Do a couple of lines through here. Should be okay. Her hair was always kind of more like the flag. It changed the main pigments every time it moved, or every time I drew it, because she liked the red and black, I guess, at the time, and that just that's how I've always seen her character. That from then on, pretty much. Do that, and then we'll draw some more in the back here. Just kind of keep that patternish going, like so. These are more just meant for just a rough kind of outline of where the colors would go. The final, everything whenever it gets to the final stage will look a lot more polished, more than likely. I just want to make sure I'm getting everything I can done right. There we go. Now what colors will be what, I have no idea. I don't know how to tell you that. It'll be whatever colors I have at the time. I know her hair is going to be red and black, so it'll be, or red and kind of maybe like a dark gray or something. One of the two. Oh, that's the wrong character. Okay. That's the wrong character. That's not... Oh. Okay. Here I am thinking I'm drawing the right character, and I'm not drawing the right character. I'm drawing the other character. So her hair is going to be, I think, fiery red, or maybe more of a burgundy. It's a lot different. Go ahead and, yeah, it's her hair that's going to be red and black. That's right. That's right. I remember now. There we go. Alright, let's do that. Go ahead and drag this hair back down, like so. I think I'm going to make the tiny strand a color. Maybe instead of splitting it off or something like that. I don't know. It's going to basically come down to wherever the colors fit the best, it's going to go. And then, of course, we'll do this. Do that. That'll be good. Yep, that'll work. That's what that looks like. Oops, wrong thing. You know what? I like it. Still got a ways to go, but I do definitely like that. Do I have her outfit by chance? I don't know. Of course I sketched that on the wrong layer. I'm smart. Alright. Well, let's just take that layer out. Oh, what am I doing? No, I don't. All this is going to be merged down together anyways. So I don't know why I'm trying to back out. It's not going to change anything. Nothing in the long run anyways. What is it? There we go. Okay, so it's going to be... That's one way to do it. Just go like that. That'll work. I want it to be more baggy kind of clothing than anything. So those are going to be her arms. I think her elbows somewhere in this area here. So I mean, throw them both sides like so. It's going to mean there's going to be a cloth fold about here. And then probably more coming down like that. Something like this. Something. Placeholder. I'm just going to say that, placeholder. That'll work. Alright, where's Daniel? There he is. We'll do another line like on this side here. Just to kind of give him more of a different maybe outline. Yeah, that'll work. She's got a lot of work that needs to be done anyways. She's gonna have a more of a beveled kind of coat look on anyways here. I'll do it like that. Just kind of give it maybe like a little bump over here on this side. And then coming down, that'll be pretty much identical, just a little bit different. There we go. That'll work. And then pocket. I think can I get away with doing just like that? I have no idea, in all honesty. I'll just give it maybe like a little raised bump. And of course, it's got the zipper line here. There's that. I'm liking it so far. I'm just gonna draw one more line. Like that. She's gonna have the style that I like to wear on. Put that on. Yeah, it'll be good enough. And then it'll have the probably the seam line right about there. There's still some spaces that need to be filled. Oh, how I'm gonna fill them, I have no idea yet. Okay, what was that? Well, the hairpin trick, that's based off of a character that's in a video game anyways. Alright. Why am I drawing on this layer? That's not his layer. At least I remember to catch it that time. That one. I'm going to put the latch area like right there. You're right there too. Do something like that. Kind of make it like a Power Ranger helmet. That might work. Let's see. I might do another spike on her boot. That might... I think that would work. I'm not really sure. And that was on the wrong layer. I gotta remember to put all these on one layer now. I mean, I think I'm close enough that I could probably do it and not have to worry too much, because I'm not trying to bring out any more characters. Oh, actually it goes... Man, that's a thin leg if I do that. Yeah, that works. Whatever. Supposed to be stylized. Do it that way. And that's on the wrong layer too. Woo! Yay! Oh, okay. Yeah, whenever I get up to the more refined stage, I'll fix up her little bun. For right now, though, I've got a lot of other stuff I've still got to do. I think I'm gonna start merging all these layers. So we're just gonna go merge. I wish there was an easier way to merge all these layers, but I'm honestly too lazy to remember, in all honesty. Layer below. Layer below. And merge the layer below. Alrighty. So now all of that is now all rough sketched in. We will now drop the opacity down to 50%. And now I start the refinement process. So I'm going to start down here again. What in the world was that? Alright. Oop, that's not what I meant to do. Is that too far zoomed in? Not really for sure. Maybe out one. That might work for me. Alright. So, with this, I'm going to try to get a lot more in detail. See, this is the... No, that's not the one I want. That's a little too sharp. Still need some kind of skip. No, that's definitely not it either. I need something that's slightly better than what I've had previously. Because I was using this one before. Oops. It's a good one. That one's darker. No, that's too flat. I ended up just... Ooh. Maybe that was the one I should have went with. Yeah, maybe this one will work. Alright. I think I do need to zoom in at least one more time. There we go. Alright. So now comes the fun part, because now we get to figure out all of the layers. I'm going to draw a circle. About his size of his head right there. Oh. That was not what I meant to do, but okay. Put that there. Yeah, that'll work. Oh, yeah, that's right. Gotta do that. So I kind of want him to have his shoulders. Hello? Why? Have I done something wrong? What? Oh, it's selected somewhere. There it goes. Now it works. Alright. Okay, then he's going to have his upper hip somewhere up here. Alright. And then we'll do a spine. Which then will come up to about there. Alright. Circle time. Circle time, circle time. We gotta do some circles. Okay. That was not what I meant to do. Let's grab. Oh, well, that's not the circle I meant to grab. I grabbed the circle, not the right one. There's one. Can I copy and paste? Yeah, it can. Sweet. Control C. V. Is this one? Gotcha. Yeah, this one. Hey, you give me my circle. Give me my circle, dang it. There you go. Alright. Then I'm going to merge all of these down. Merge. Merge. Wait. Yeah, okay. Down. Alright. That's at least a little bit more accurate. Or is it selected? Alright. So that line's going to go away. That one too. That one as well. Because that's going to come down right about there. Then we're going to have the eyebrows here. Eyes here, nose here, mouth here. And the ear goes right in there. Alright, there's that. Like I said earlier, this is the refinement process is always kind of fun because I get to work on all of the anatomy to any level I want. So if I want to go back through and redo all of the anatomy, I can do it very, very easily. Which in this case, I kind of do want to redo it. So makes it a lot nicer just being able to go through and whenever you're doing digital art and just automatically go say, yep, I'm doing that over again. Alright, so that's going to be his chest. This will allow me to get more of his anatomy more accurate now on this run. His gun's not going to be that hard to redo. Just a matter of, actually redoing it. Okay, so it's going to come down here, like so, and then probably going to have more of a bend because he's kind of slaunched over. Like so. That works like that. Yeah, for obvious reasons, his lower waist here is going to have to come up. So that, actually, I could do both of those at once, maybe. I don't know, they got to be pushed up because that's more where his sockets would be. It's right in about that area. All right, do that. Go back to sketching. Erase. Erase. Come on. Hello. Eraser. Of course. Still selected somewhere. There we go. Don't know where it gets selected to, but somewhere on the page. Alright. Come along and do all that. Alright. I have to come back up like so. Head doesn't really seem like it fits right. I think I'm gonna have to move that head or resize it. One of the two. See what resize. Maybe it's just too small of a head. It's completely possible in this body. That might work. It's a little bit more accurate at least. A little bit more like way more accurate. Alright. Got that line. Put in that line there. There we go. Because then there's the ab crunch right about that area. So one arm, that's two arms. And then I've got this giant gun that'll go in here somewhere. So if I do his one arm's going to be here. I already know that's where his hand is. So if I do that, it's going to be bent over, so it's actually going to be kind of back more here because it's going further into the back than what it is right now. It's like that. And then his other arm is going to be right here by his chest. So if I do that and then halfway out, should be right about there. So that's where his other arm's going to be, is right about there. At least at the angle where his hand is. And that should allow me to keep the gun kind of in the same position as well. And then, easy way to tell, just gonna take that gun barrel and just send it all the way back. Something like that. Not the correct size or anything, but that'll work. And then somewhere in here is the scope. And then of course the magazine's somewhere in this area. Okay, and then we're going to go in with the eraser and just start erasing lines that you don't need for, because all this stuff's going to be hidden behind the gun. So like a lot of this proportional stuff I could probably get away with just ignoring it, but I want it to look as decent as possible. So by trying to more embrace it instead of just taking it out altogether, I have a better chance at making it look better. Draw a line there, like so, like so, and then I'm going to put the cowboy hat on like that, because then it'll go up, back. There we go. And then of course his hair comes down like so. A little exaggerated, but that's how I like drawing my character. Something like that. Yes, that's already a massive difference from that to that, which is like a couple of little extra bits and bobs. You've already got a massively different posture and everything. Because I can go even further, as now that I know roughly how long his arms are, I could take that, do this, move, do that line, and then I'll go back to out to select the next line, grab that line, do the same thing, kind of rotate it down. Well, now I've got his average foot size, or leg size, I should say. Not perfect, but it's closer than anything else. See, now I know roughly where his legs are. Maybe somewhere out there, and then something like that. It's kind of just a matter of how I want his pose right now more than anything. So if I do that, maybe not with such a dramatic change to the proportions. How was the original one posed? I don't like that. Just this leg's kind of more back this way. It's kind of more like that. And then I'll do, Yeah, that'll work. I'll do this leg kind of more straightish, and then I'll have the other leg kind of come back in towards his body here. So we're just going to completely decapitate this leg once again, move it in closer, maybe rotate it a little bit, like so. Because then once I come in with his, it's going to annoy me to death. That's what I get for using the crop tool though. Because yeah, once I come in with that, a lot of that is going to be added on to. So we'll do that. Which I found out that's actually the proper way to draw a leg. That one will come down like so. There's the knee. And then we have his feet here. Yeah, it's more accurate at least. It's still kind of rough, but it's a lot more accurate. You know, there's that knee. There's one knee at least. I can always draw more onto it now, because that's really all this is just adding on all of the muscle. And yeah, that already looks 1,000 times better, just with some extra lines. Yeah, the scope's not accurate, but that's kind of more just a placeholder than anything. So I mean, we've already went from that version to that version, just with one reiteration, and the posture already looks 1,000 times better. Just because, you know, I'm not just trying to, you know, just retrace the original sketch like this one. But, you know, I'm actually putting in the proper dynamics and everything, and it makes a difference really, really quickly, you know, art style wise especially. So you know, just the time frame from, you know, all those years ago that I did this one compared to where I am now, there's enough of a difference to notice once the art style has been updated fully on all of them. There's that. Then that's going to come over like that. Because you also got to remember we're working with leather on this jacket. So leather doesn't act the same way as most cloth. It folds a little bit differently anyways. And I'm just going to take out most of that. I'm not really worried on it being too fancified just yet. And we'll take out that there. There we go. Already looks a lot better for me. Yeah, that's pretty much all this is just, you know, redrawing it to the point where, you know, everything kind of starts to look a lot better, and then, you know, eventually we'll have, you know, the entire picture redone. So all of these characters will then be brought back into the current updated style. I actually need to draw this a little bit bigger than that. Do that, and then it's got a little like fold right there, somewhere in that area. Yep, there we go. And then it's got the band. That's what cowboy hat doesn't have a band on it. There we go. Alrighty. So I think that is where I'm going to call it for at least today, at least live streaming wise. I got more done than what I was expecting to, so that's always good. So So draw some ones there. That way I know what that is. All right. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and end the live stream here. Hopefully you all enjoyed this little drawing session. Might do more of these in the future. I'm not 100% sure yet. This is kind of just meant to be a little amazing project for me, because I get to go back and revisit so much of my old artwork, and it's definitely brings back some good memories.